Oh, hello, beautiful people of the internet. If you're watching this later on YouTube, hi. I'm sitting here with Twitch chat. We're talking about watching movies in the theaters. Hey, we're doing an extra long Satisfactory stream today. Probably about 6 hours. I'll have to take a break for lunch at some point. But for now, our priority... Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Hi, YouTube. If you're watching later on YouTube, say hi, Twitch. Our priority today is to continue the overhaul of our factory. So I wanted to do a long stream where I could just get into the weeds of trying to optimize our factory. So buckle up. I've got 6 hours to really sink my teeth into this game and see what we can make happen. I'm imagining we'll complete phase 4. I hope so. That's one of my goals. Yeah. Ann says, Davey and I went to see the F1 movie recently. It was all right. It was fun to see all the real drivers have cameos in it. I feel like that would be the major draw of it for me. I feel like if you're an F1 fan, cool to have your movie made in your sport made into a movie, and cool to have the cameos. I wonder if Brad Pitt is really a draw for... Is Brad Pitt... Here's a question. Is Brad Pitt a draw for people anymore, or not so much? I'm sure somebody out there is like, I am the world's largest Brad Pitt fan. I don't know any of those people, I guess. It's been a while since, like, Bradgelina or whatever. Brangelina? Bradgelina? It's been a little bit. Oh my god, Tony pulled up the squirting clip. Was that about eating on stream? Oh, wait, is Carly here right now? I was thinking, when it comes to lunchtime, I was thinking, today could be a good day. So I never do this. I basically never, I truly, I don't know if I ever have done this. I have never DoorDashed myself lunch. Today, I'm considering treating myself, DoorDashing myself some lunch so that we can keep the streamer rolling. And I was thinking maybe I should check out Sonic and we can have a continuation of Carly's bad opinions from yesterday. Carly thinks Sonic is better than Culver. I love Sonic, or I love Culver's. Carly is still asleep. She hasn't answered my DMs. Oh, no. Wow, it'd be like watching Small Ant? What is that? Wait. Or do you mean like somebody who DoorDashes food to themselves every day on stream? There's definitely like two types of streamers. Those who DoorDash food to themselves every single day, and those who do not. I haven't DoorDashed in a while though, so I'm feeling... Yeah. No, so many of the streamers that I watch are also DoorDashing every day. Every single day. Okay, we were making steel pipe. Do I know why? Not particularly, but I do know that there's a very little steel pipe coming in. So I think we were just going to either produce, like replace that or... This is the steel pipe. Okay. So I think what we're doing is cutting that and instead bringing it right here. Steel pipe right here. Sonic is frozen food from junior high school. Like they make Sonic in the junior high school cafeteria? Frozen food from junior high school. What do you mean? You ate it a lot in junior high school? Speaking of Culver's, I did try Wingstop and Culver's last week because of the stream combos. I need to hear your opinions. My stomach's review was quick. It strongly disagreed with Wingstop. Was perfectly fine with Culver's. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, brother. All right, so where are those pipes going? Those pipes are going into stators. So that's what we're doing here. We're vastly, vastly increasing the amount of pipes we deliver to these stators. All these machines should be green. 5 times 6. Sorry, 5 times 8. That's 40 stators a minute. Not a lot, but it's fine. Stators are going back out. Perfect. This can be destroyed. Probably. When I was having an awful summer in grad school, I ate a lot of grocery store freezer section White Castle. What do you mean by that? Your grocery store had White Castle in the freezer section? The quality is what you would get in junior high. It's all frozen food heated up / fried. So how would you compare Sonic to other fast food restaurants? Because what you're describing to me is basically just how I feel about most fast food. They sell frozen sliders you can microwave. White Castle is in grocery stores? Wow. I would have never guessed that. They're awful? Yeah, White Castle straight off the grill is kind of awful. I mean, that's kind of the appeal. But, so 50 per minute, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. For some reason, I'm building 9, which makes no sense to me. Although it doesn't have power. Guess we might as well make it an even 10. 50 times 10. That's 500. That's not a full belt. I don't know if it matters if it's a full belt, but White Castle's awful in a good way, though. I feel like White Castle borders being awful in a bad way. It's been a long time since I've had a White Castle slider. That probably also means I'm going to live a little bit longer than I otherwise would have. This is 10. 11. 12. That's 600 per minute. We'd have to do like 16 of these. And that would take an entire row of stealing it. So I really don't know that that makes sense. I think what we may just do is just kind of call it here with 8 or whatever. And then if we need to build more in the future, we will. Besides the stomach problems with Wingstop, I prefer a local wing place for sure when it comes to wings. I did like their fries, though. So what sauce did you get on mild bunless wings? Okay. I enjoyed the chicken sandwich I had from Culver's. Did you or did you not get cheese curds from Culver's? It's so interesting to me to hear people's depressed in college food groups. Me personally, I survived off cheesy broccoli flavored rice. Oh, that sounds so sad. Isn't that interesting? There is definitely a, like, what is your food of choice when everything goes wrong and you are broke in college? Absolutely, 100%. These I could probably make more of. Are all of them green? Yes. So we're keeping up to date on the copper 40 per minute times 8, right? Okay, so we need to build more of these. These need to be operating at a higher efficiency for sure. Our stator's belt is not full, and that's the goal. Chicken flavored rice. Mine was Tyson frozen chicken and Jack's pizzas because they were both very cheap and I could get them from the local CVS. It's not that I was existing in a food desert in terms of like no grocery store, but it's that I could walk to the CVS rather than drive to the grocery store. Top ramen? Anyone? Dry or wet? Tyson chicken slaps? If you want chicken that is barely chicken, Tyson chicken absolutely slaps. Today's sponsor, Tyson Chicken. Evo did not get cheese curds. I don't really like cheese. Okay, well, your Culver's experience is just 100% going to be a little bit less meaningful in that way, but I support you. Don't eat something you don't want to eat, you know? Fair enough. I do feel like for me, the cheese curds are such a big part of how I try and sell Culvers to other people, and a big part of my personal experience to it. That basically, I think if you would have hated it, Culvers, I could blame that you didn't get cheese curds. That's my way out. But since you liked it, get enough. I missed the $5 large pizzas from Jets in my college days. Oh my God, that's the other thing. We had a restaurant that has since been closed. We had a pizza place in our college town that has since been closed for tax fraud. But at the time, they had a deal for students. You could get a $5 large pizza, single topping. And I think so. They closed because technically they closed because they went out of business. Then they got busted for tax fraud after the fact. I am convinced part of the reason they went out of business is that we took advantage of their $5 pizza for university students. And by we, I mean our entire cross-country team of like 28 boys would go there like 3 times a week. And every single one of us is getting a large pizza. And all of a sudden, like, the math just ain't mathing, right? Like, there's no way that's net positive for them. No power? Oh, I didn't actually hook the power lines up. Okay. The genius marketing plan, though? Oh, it worked. But we were all broke. And so whereas other people might... I think their plan was get you in the door, then get you to buy, like, stuffed breadsticks or something. And we were like, yeah, but we don't have money for stuffed breadsticks. We are cross-country runners who need about 2,000 calories, and we need it, like, yesterday. And so... I don't think we're going to have enough wire, but we'll see. We're going to let this run for a while. What we do have is $5 and no extra money. Restaurants in general go out of business all the time. Could be other stuff. Oh, for sure. I don't want to necessarily take credit for it because I also loved that place. I mean, if I had to guess, the tax fraud probably wasn't helping. But, I mean, maybe the tax fraud was helping. You know what I mean? Maybe the tax fraud was making the bottom line look a little bit better than it otherwise would have. But if it brings you joy to take credit for it, go for it. I'm assuming the tax fraud was helping. All right, this is our stators completely redone. We will come back later to check on our stators. Check on stators. The next item on the list was check on steel pipe / make more. Steel pipe is currently being piped, aka belted, in right there from above. From below. And the thing it's lacking is more steel. We probably should have done one of these other fucking recipes. Huh. Probably molded steel pipe. We have concrete here. Oh, that's what we're doing. This is molded steel pipe. Okay, so past Ryan was smart. Rather than 3 to 2 for iron to steel pipe, it's 5 to 5. Okay, 1 to 1. But it's 50 per minute, and I still don't have enough steel. So I still don't have enough steel, which means the rest of the bus also does not have enough steel. So I need to first off do more steel, then continue checking on stuff. Because once we get more steel, then the stators should go up, because the steel pipes will go up. All right, let's go check on the steel. Who else is old enough to remember when Pizza Hut is a sit-down restaurant? I, on my deathbed, will be talking to my great-grandchildren, if I live that long, about, shit. What was it called, chat? The reading thing? Summer personal... Yeah, the summer reading personal pan pizza thing. What was that called? Book It? It was Book It. Why was it called Book It? Kind of a funny name, kind of not. Book It for reading so much you could... So there used to be, in the United States... in the American education system, a thing where you could, if you completed a certain amount of reading during the school year, they would give you a coupon to go to Pizza Hut, a very mid-tier restaurant, pizza restaurant in our area of the world, that could then, we're all sped up, where you could get a free little like 6-inch personal pan pizza, which your parents were a huge fan of. It was really nice. You're idle, but you have every resource. Explain to me this. I don't know. I read so many books for Pizza Hut pizza, honestly. Used to and it's still existing? Wait, what part? The Book It or the restaurant? Does Chuck E. Cheese still give you free stuff for getting straight A's? The sit-down experience is not the same. Shoes kids off my lawn. Okay, so currently our steel production, the issue with it, quote unquote, is I think mostly about the amount of machines and not anything else. I'm speeding this belt up even when I do not need to be, because it is the machines and not. These are Mark IIs already. I think we've made all of that happen before. So what we probably need is an enormous new steel ingot line that feeds more steel ingots into probably that factory in and of itself and lets this thing do its own thing. Like, we need a brand new steel ingot line. However, our resources, our recipes for steel ingots are not amazing. 45 per minute, trying to get 780. That's a lot. That's a lot. What in the spaghetti am I looking at? Excuse me. There's a little. I mean, this is my early factory. This is spaghetti. That not so much. That's my organized. But we're going back to the ancient times. This is our ancient time build. Back in the day when we didn't know what we were doing, and that's where we do know what we're doing. Yeah. We've gone from spaghetti to lasagna. Okay. The problem is, where the hell are we going to get more iron? Do I just belt it in? The thing that the other thing I'm thinking is and by belt I mean bus. By bus I mean train. Jesus Christ. By belt I mean bus. By bus I mean train. We probably would need to train in a bunch of iron ore and to probably coal both, which is not going to be the fast solution I was hoping for. There's iron over here, but it's impure, normal. Oh, never mind. There's plenty. Let's go. Okay, perfect. That's at least good enough to get us started. How you doing today, Can and Cam? Welcome in. You can call it spaghetti if you want. That's fine. I won't be upset. Early stream, who dis? Hi, llamas. It's an early stream. Who dis? Who dis? Maybe the real test of a restaurant is if you work there and you can still eat it after working there, restaurant must be okay, right? I worked at an ice cream place that also sold burgers and stuff. It was fine. Nothing terrible. I just can't watch these small. These slow belts exist. I can't watch it. I felt like it passed the, like, I helped make the food, and then I still felt like eating the food after watching it be made, you know? Tony worked at Subway. Hasn't touched Subway in 15 years. Hi, Toshiro. How's it going? I'd stick around, but I'm only on episode 46 on YouTube, so this is spoilers for me. Hi. Thank you so much. I hope you're enjoying the playthrough. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Data Demoness. Thank you so much for the follow. Holy cow, what a name. Data Demoness. Sorry, could be data. Could be data, could be data. Okay, so I think what we need here is an enormous steel line that... See, because if you do it fast, then it really easily tells you these things are lacking stators. And also just constructing so fucking slowly. I worked at Pizza Hut. I no longer eat there anymore. Yeah. Hi, Lumella. How you doing? I loved Subway's tuna sandwiches. I loved Subway and as a kid, because it was one of the only fast food restaurants in my town growing up. And by one of, I mean... I mean the only. We had like 5 pizza places, 1 Subway, 1 Chinese restaurant that was run by the literal only Chinese family in town. And those were our food options. So let's go ahead and figure out where this iron's coming from and where we want to build a new iron smelting. Do it here. And so Subway was like truly the only fast food I knew. And so I loved it. I was like, wow, food that can be delivered, that can be made very fast. I lived in a tiny town and you're literally describing it. Jade, did we go to the same small town? Did we grow up together? So the way we'll want to do this will be production boundaries. I think we put the out over there. Wait, but hold up. How should we design this? How should we design this? This is 1 to 1. So 2 inputs, 1 output. Meaning the belt coming in can have 780 on it, and the belt going out can have 780 on it. So in that case, we can do 1 singular line. Despite the fact that that will not be as space efficient. We should check and see how many we need. Steel, 45 per minute. That's 17 machines. Meaning 18 machines, meaning let's put 9 on a side, and that's an ugly number, 9, but that's okay. We'll put 9 on a side, and we'll just make this work. Working at Chick-fil-A made me want to eat more Chick-fil-A. Their kitchens are run well. Ah! There's so much that's not going... There's so much that just is not going for Chick-fil-A. But God damn it if they don't also have some stuff going for them, you know? It's kind of a real bummer. Real bummer of modern commerce. The only places that sell food in my hometown are gas stations. Dude. I relate to that pretty hard. The best pizza in my town that had like 4 pizza shops was actually the gas station pizza. How to explain that? I can't. And I lived there. I don't know. Why go to Subway when I could go to Firehouse Subs? Is Firehouse Subs more expensive? Honest question. I've only had Firehouse Subs one time. My instinct, but I don't remember, is that it could be a little bit more expensive than Subway. That was a long time ago, though. Jade, did we go to this? Jade, are you from Indiana? Did we grow up in the same town? One stoplight? For subs, my go-to is Jimmy John's. I'm going to be honest with you. If I had to rank sub places, I also would put Jimmy John's at the top of the list. Illinois? Damn. Well, you and I have the exact same small town. Just in different states, unfortunately. Apparently. Did I line that one up? I think I did. Probably just go down here. I think I go Jimmy John's, Subway. Oh, I don't know. I remember liking Firehouse Subs, but I've never had access to it. I wonder if it's more expensive or not. Was the gas station at Casey's? Their pizza's fire? It was not a Casey's. It did eventually become a Casey's, but it was not a Casey's at the time. Subway has also gotten expensive. It's true. There's a town... a school relatively close to where I... somewhat close to where I grew up. Had... Jared, the Subway guy, as a graduation speaker 1 year, which is highly unfortunate. That's 7. Eight and 9. Oops. Are you not a blueprint enjoyer in this game? I do enjoy blueprints in this game. Yeah, I use them for different things. I don't really use them for this just because I like my way of building. I think it's basically as fast for me to just toss them down in this situation as it is to do anything else. They may not be actually as fast, but I think it's probably comparable. I love to see how much you've learned since you started playing Satisfactory. It was so much fun to see your reaction to this game. And Ada, yo, Icy Suffix, hi, thank you. Yeah, man, this game's awesome. Game has been great. I have really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'm going to be sad when it's done, but I am already, I'll be honest with you, there have been a couple evenings in the last couple weeks where I've been like, oh my God, I have an evening where I have nothing going on, like Megan is working or something, and I'm like, what should I do on my free time? Like, what should I play a game? And a small part of me is like, yeah, you should play a game. You should probably a small part of me has been like, start a new Satisfactory save. But I'm not going to do that until we're done. I'm not going to do that until we are completely done with this playthrough. I don't want to touch the game again until we're done. But then I'm looking forward to getting in and digging around on my own terms. Minutes till a new Blueprints video. Oh, I see. I'm just the waiting room for you to hang out later, for you to hang out in until the Blueprints video drops. Okay, interesting. I would be offended, except for the fact that I feel very honored by that fact. Today's episode of Blueprints. Do you guys want to know the title ahead of time, or do you want to? You want to know the title of today's episode ahead of time, or no? Would you rather be blind to it? The desire to restart is real. I've done it a couple times to play the early part again, but I'm also still working on finishing my first game. Starting a new save is so rough. I know. Back to Mark 1 belts. No Harrison Ford in that movie from 1992. Okay. Mute up if you don't want to hear the title for today's Blueprints episode. The title for today's Blueprints episode is something along the lines of, now we're cooking with power. Let me double check that. The next, like, 3 to 4 episodes, 4 episodes, I think, are straight fucking bangers. That's all I gotta say. Straight fucking bangers. Yeah, now we're cooking with power. 54, 55, 56, 57. Those 4 episodes are... that's all I have recorded, so I don't know about after that, but... Holy cow. The game is so good. Oh, interesting. The merging here is actually a little different. I didn't even think about this. It merges from one side. This is going to be kind of ugly. That's all right. I don't care. It's going to be a little... Well, you know what? We'll try it. We'll try it. We'll see how it looks. It could be a little ugly. Like a 4-part day? Question mark, question mark, question mark? I will not say anything else out of risk of ruining your enjoyment. That's a no comment. That's not a I plead the fifth. That's a no comment. That's a no comment. Dude, how do you pump out so much content? I mean, these days I struggle to do it. That's how. But luckily it's my full-time job. And it's getting better and better because right now our daughter just started going to daycare an extra day a week, which has been really, 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 really helpful for me. Right now I feel like we're on a really good run. It's we've got a day, one YouTube video per day on YouTube. And then and then probably around 3 streams a week. Some weeks a lot less, some weeks a lot more. We've been killing the YouTube game, and stream scheduling has been a little bit more difficult, but I think it'll balance out in the end. I have a meeting first. Then I can watch the episode afterwards. Anticipation is building. Anticipation is building. Oh, I shouldn't do it from this side, though. We should do it from the other side. Oh, no. That means I should redo this. Fuck. Damn it. These are all facing the wrong way. Every single one of these is facing the wrong way. Damn it. I'm trying to get better at this control-delete thing. Just tap control when you hit the thing you want to delete. That worked way better. We need to be coming from this side. Sometimes I start a new save in Satisfactory to speedrun, but when I feel annoyed in my main file, my best time is 17.5 hours. Holy shit. Riding your vertical bus inspired me a while back. Recently, I designed a few blueprints and started creating a new factory with 4 parts being made per floor and a vertical bus design with redacted for each part to help with efficiency. Infamous Diz, please, please, please. The minute I have beaten this game, please post screenshots in Discord because I really want to see it. I really want to see it. Bye, Gatsby. Thanks for dropping in. I really want to see it. Because I'm so convinced that this is a somewhat decent
It's a new subscriber.
starting idea. Yo! Starting idea. Thanks for the Prime sub, Gatsby. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you. I'm so convinced that this is a somewhat decent starting idea and that somebody can figure out the details much better than I have. Like, I've already learned that, like, by the time I've learned a couple things about the vertical bus. One, my bounce pad situation was dumb as hell, but it does look kind of cute. Two, I needed to pre-plan fluids. Three, I needed to plan for multiple belts of the same thing, because by the time you get to the top, you're gonna need more of some resources. You're gonna need more than like my guess, if I had to guess right now, to make a vertical bus that produces stuff at the rate that I need it, you probably need multiple belts of like iron, copper, steel, and probably a few other things. Like probably, well, I don't know. Depends on if you make like copper wire on site and all that jazz. How's our power doing, by the way? Is that time to full? That's time to full. Good. Okay. We need to keep an eye on this. Production is 2,300. Consumption is 23,000, 19,000. We had a complete catastrophic power failure last stream. And I'm unsure about our fuel rod production leading up to that, if I'm being honest. So we need to be a little careful. Lambrick says, look, dumb as hell, but it does look kind of cute, can get you pretty far in life. Oh, I didn't select any recipe. We want regular steel ingots. I bet there is an alternative recipe for steel ingots that is better than what we're using. But all right. Carly, how's it going? The mod with the best opinions is here now. Carly, I was going to ask you, what is your go-to Sonic order? Because I think I'm going to probably try and DoorDash myself some Sonic for lunch today. Speaking of opinions and testing them. Okay, so that should be a full belt of steel ingot out, which we will probably then send that way and directly into that to make more whatever. Bye, Icy Subix. Bye. Sorry, I just saw your comment. Greetings from Germany. Hello. Okay. So, 780 a minute, and we need iron. Why don't we just go ahead and build this? In terms of little, you know what? Probably should have just done it up here. Little platform up here. With a splitter. And a splitter. This splitter is going to go into... That's too steep. Holy shit, this is ugly as hell. Oh my god, I love it. Look at these ugly ass... Oh, the curved belts. It's ugly and it's kind of pretty. Wow. I don't know, I swap my order a lot. I just pick whatever burger seems chill for the day with a side order of chicken bites and fries and signature sauce. Okay, we need... What I'm hearing here is to get the real Sonic experience, I need signature sauce, I need chicken bites, and then whatever burger sounds good. Bye, Jade. Sounds great. Have fun. Bog Demon says you got to get onion rings and a flavored limeade. Wow. Okay. So, interesting. We're also going to need coal, which I have not really thought about. Coal is a little bit more of a problem. We'll just get the iron here first. We can always belt in coal. It'll be fine. We're going to need to belt in coal. I'm like pretty sure of it. Okay, this was not how I planned on starting today's adventure, but here we are. I think it's all basically over there. I don't want to fall when I lose power. Oh, I'm getting power from above. Oh, yeah. Okay. So we need as many... I can technically build miner Mark 3s, by the way. You have to get a fun drink. Okay, I'll get a fun drink. I second the onion rings. Flavored limeade is good. It's one of the few things I get there that isn't ice cream based. Flavored limeade. Okay. I don't know that I'm exactly an onion ring kind of person. Oh my god, we ramp up in power. 45 megawatts versus 5 and 15. Is there anywhere right now where we need to improve our miners? I mean... That's a question for another time. I need to solve the thing that's in front of me instead of trying to solve other problems. Solve the problem in front of you, Ryan. Add a Culver's concrete mixer to balance it out. Now, Culver's I can get anytime. We gotta get the full Sonic experience today. That's my plan. This is currently 45 megawatts. When we add all this, 151. Wow, but it makes 300 per minute, so we're going to be just fine on... Holy cow, we're going to be just fine in terms of iron. 3 of these machines will give us 900 a minute. Yikes! Hi, Luke. How's it going? God, we're at the point now where it seems like the power costs are not ramping up. They are exponentially increasing. So, and this one is normal, right? So this is already 240 per minute. So that's 600 per minute. Oh my God, we don't even need the other one. Could I make twice as much steel then? Hi, Zydrex Art. Good evening. I don't know the answer to that question. I don't know what that question means. Hi, welcome in. I don't know the answer to that question, and I get nervous when people ask me questions. I get nervous when a first-time chatter asks me a question that I don't understand. The mods are hovering they're hovering their mouses. I could just see it. I could just see it now. I feel like it's a disguised question. I know. We're doing the call out thing, and we're gonna see if they feel. So this morning I coached some middle schoolers in cross country, and the method with middle schoolers is that when they ask something either inappropriate or it doesn't really have a place in the current conversation, what you ask them to do is to sort of explain themselves, and then you ask them to explain it to their parents. Never mind, I guess. Oh, okay. Dang, I think it probably was a boob or butt thing. Am I a boob or a butt guy? I love it when when I'm creating D&D characters, I probably think more about their butts than about their boobs, I'd say. Generally. 600 a minute. So I only need one other of these machines. But we could also just double our steel production. Do 2 of them. It could be fun. Let's do this. Let's break this down. Let's instead add it over here. Ryan, do you prefer Ash Ketchum or Bob the Builder? This is a very compelling question. Hi, Pink Paw Pat. How's it going? He's actually a urine over breast milk kind of guy, and that's entirely true. Do you usually play male or female characters? Genuine question. Since the 2 games I've been in, everyone played their own gender. This is a great question, Tactical. I have only played characters who go by he, him pronouns. I have only played male characters in my D&D games. I believe that is true. I think so. Yeah. I'd love to change that at some point. I just don't want Twitch and mods to get angry with those words. With boob and butt, with boob and ass. I think the question is not why would they get mad at it, and the question is more why would... The question is more, what are you hoping to gain from that being your first comment in our Twitch chat? I'm genuinely curious. So, no hatred, no nothing. We're here. I don't know if you're looking for satisfactory gameplay, if you're looking for a place with interesting conversation. But to me, boob and ass doesn't have particular relevance for a satisfactory conversation. And if you're looking for interesting conversation, I could kind of think of nothing less interesting than boob or ass. But I'm curious what you were thinking. My pronouns are she, her. My current D&D character is he, him. I love him to death. Now, Piss and Milk, on the other hand, that is interesting. This game is ass, though, JK. That being said, balls. Now, if you wanted to talk about if I was a balls or a something... I love Mike. I love you guys. You guys are the best. We have the best community on Twitch, and I'm just here to say it. I'm just here to say it. Just here to say it. What if we did a little one of these? Is that going to get us there? I don't know if that's going to get us there. If I ever had doubts about belonging here, they're definitely gone now. I'm sure people have doubts constantly. I'm glad that you don't have them, but... Ryan, did you turn off redundant? It doesn't work in replies. Gotcha. I did play some Satisfactory, yes. The question itself is trivial. I'm testing whether a streamer is for, quote-unquote, my taste in the most common way possible. By asking boob or ass is the most common way possible? In my 5 years of streaming, I've gotten that question a couple times, but not... I wouldn't say that is the most common way of seeing if somebody is in your taste. I have gotten that question a couple times. It's never been phrased as Bob or Ash, but I wouldn't say it's the most common way possible. Usually they see you first time chatting, so it's a great way to see how they react to this type of question. So in your opinion, what would have been a positive for you answer to that question? In your like, you're sitting there at your computer or on your phone, or I don't know, maybe you're sitting on the toilet, maybe you're at work, and you're like, hey, Bob or Ash, what's the ideal streamer response to that question? Genuine question. I personally only watch ass streamers. Boob streamers can go to hell. You're telling me I'm an ass streamer. Let's go. Wait. I think that's what you're telling me. Let's just do 2. We could probably use the steel, right? We're already setting it up. Why not? This will be 2 full belts. It already has everything plugged in because of the beautiful copy-paste middle mouse bar. You're chugging along. This is taking so much power, but it's okay. We're taking 600 more megawatts of power just to mine all of this steel. all this iron. Then we still have to provide the coal to make this happen, which is the part I actually don't know about. Are you questioning whether I watch your streams? I was more questioning if I am an ass streamer, does that mean I have ass or I like ass? I'm familiar with whether or not I have boobs, but I don't know whether or not, and that's the part I was questioning. Yeah, what Lambrick said. Both. So I could not be. So I would not be a boob streamer. We'll take it. We'll take it. You know what? I've come fully around. It turns out it was a fantastic question to start your first comment in a Twitch chat with. It was a fantastic, because look at all this dialogue it's created. I don't know if the commenter has determined whether or not I am or am not their taste, quote unquote. Zedric says, your ideal response would be to not ban me. There were a couple times I got banned for saying the word ass, and yes, they can do that. No problem for me. I'm just trying to see if they have minimal self-control and distance. I love the internet. So, what I'm hearing from you, let's do this like therapy. So what I'm hearing from you, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. What I'm hearing from you is, I need to determine whether or not they have taste, whether or not the streamer is my taste. What I do is I post a question that has gotten me banned in the past. See if they ban me. If they ban me, that says a lot about them and nothing about me. Hey, you know what? I would say you are adding a level of efficiency to a problem that normally doesn't have this much efficiency to it. So in that way, I celebrate you here. I celebrate you here. You're making it a lot quicker for a lot of people, yourself included, to determine whether or not it's a good fit. Do I think maybe there's some moments of self-learning in here that maybe do I think there's like a potential self-learning moment that is trying to slap you upside the head right now and you're just dodging like crazy and not learning the lesson? Maybe. But, you know, we can set that aside for now. I'm a degenerate. I'm just trying to see if I'm with my people or not. Would you? Okay, so unrelated question. I promise it's completely unrelated. It's not unrelated. Would you describe, yes or no, your sense of humor as edgy? Yes or no? Trying to see something here. Are we looking at a Venn diagram here, or is this two circles? One circle. Oh my god, it'll go across. Where exactly am I going here, though? Hard question. Yes, I would say it is sometimes. Okay. Hypothesis proven. I'd be typing in the wrong chat. Carly be typing in the wrong chat. All right, we can go right there. Let's see if this works. I just love the idea of somebody who loves Satisfactory so much that they're willing to watch it on Twitch. But listen, if I'm going to watch Satisfactory, what I really want to be talking about is ass and boobs. And I can't judge you, because when I play Satisfactory, I talk about urine and breast milk. So, you know what? I can't judge you. I can't judge you. Can I get a WERONG in chat, by the way? Pink Pom Pad says, talking about self-control after just watching Strimmer scream at his first Lionel fight hits different. Self-control in the... No! That's wrong. That's wrong. That's wrong. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. I fucked it up. No. I have to empty all these now. No, I think it'll be fine. They'll empty into the machine. The belt is not contaminated. Okay, we're good. We're good. That needs to be coal. And this needs to go to the next level. Yeah, I very proudly have zero self-control when it comes to panicking at Lionel fights. Absolutely. I think we can do a second level here. And then the question is still coal, which I just keep putting off. How do I get the coal to support this? I guess the other thing I could do here is I could just build this here and not do anything with it. Like, I don't actually have to make it into steel refining just yet. I have an idea. Here's what we'll do. I'm going to chuck an enormous sign right here. This is like when you... Future site of more steel smelting. This is like when you walk up on a construction site and you're like, that doesn't look like anything. Well, not yet. Maybe in the future we'll turn it into some steel smelting. But for now, all we have is this. All right, let's go get some coal. So nearest coal, there's this one right here, which feeds our coal power plants. Can you make a sign that says piss? I sure can. At 480 a minute, I don't know why I would even chuck that on there. It's already working fine. At 480 a minute. So if I make this a tier 3, let's just do the math real quick. Tier 3 completely over power sharded. From 480 to 1200. So we've gained 800, almost 800 there. Oh my god. So what we're going to do here is just put a smart splitter and just use this. And a Mark 5 belt, that's for sure. So overflow is going to go left, and this should basically fill the thing, I hope. I was trying to answer my manager, and I typed here, and as I just told Evo, I'm so glad it happened that way, and instead of sending a Teams message about piss on accident. Carly, have you had your coffee yet? That's great. I'm sure it's happened to somebody in 5 years of streaming. I'm sure somebody has typed in the wrong thing. Let's just add a little bit of this. Clean up our inventory. That's not going to work. Oh, yeah. What I was doing is adding a sign for Luke. Anybody else have any requests, by the way? Does it scroll? God, I would love it if it scrolled. Does not appear to scroll, chat. I guess we're stuck with horse. All right, cool. That makes enough. It's not quite full here, which is what we expected. We expected this line to be just short of 780. It's actually like 720 per minute. That's fine. This steel ingot, I think we can just run this way. I kind of like using the curved belts. I kind of want to just use the curved belts from here on out. They look fun. We're going to run this steel into here and not use any of the steel from this, which is somewhere right here. so that this line is hopefully more full. Cool. Bye, Pink Paw Pad. How's it going? Oh, no. What did I say? How's it going? Thanks for dropping in. Oh, boy. Somebody said he wrote horse on the sign. He's never going to see it again. The minute I write horse on something, it leaves my memory forever. Okay, so our little mini factory here now has definitely enough steel ingot to produce definitely enough steel pipe to produce potentially enough stators. These machines are not all running right now, which is concerning to me. Why are you yellow? It's the wire. So the copper wire situation is, I think... was that bottom floor? No, that's steel pipe. Did we make more of it up here? Swear to God we made more. No, that's just cable, AI limiter. Copper sheet. Okay, so we don't have enough wire. It's so funny to me to think of people discovering the stream through Satisfactory. Then I remember I only found the channel because I was obsessed with Hollow Knight. It is funny. Some games have weirder, like, sticking power, too. Like... I feel pretty confident saying Satisfactory is one of the, like... is not one of the high sticking power games. We've talked about it in the past, but, like, my general vibe for Satisfactory... Like, if you're a person who likes watching Satisfactory, I don't know, maybe you're like me, where you like all games, and Satisfactory scratches a certain type of itch for you. But I think Satisfactory/Factory games tend to have, like, if you fall into that category, you tend to really obsess over that category, really love it. Certain mindsets, certain, you know, problem-solving type of people. So, like, we played Factorio on stream forever ago. We played Dyson Sphere Program. I don't think that... I feel pretty confident that nobody in our... like, actively in the community is somebody who popped in during Dyson Sphere Program and stayed around. That said, a game like Hollow Knight is definitely more our, like, average fare. And there have been people who have popped in Satisfactory and stayed in for other streams throughout the week and stuff, for sure. Okay, we got to check on our copper wire. And pretty much the other thing is what Llamas just said. In pretty much every YouTube channel I've watched that's played it, Hollow Knight has been a special entry in the playthrough category. Hollow Knight is its own goddamn thing. Oh, shit, Tony. Was Dyson Sphere Program one of the, like, running... Was it one of the running things when you popped in? You're at the end of Dyson. Okay.